Before I start this reaction, there's a speedster involved in this. You know what I have to say. Speed is key! Hello Internet, I'm Really Mate, and it's time for another death battle. This time we have Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. Now, as I should say with all reaction videos, please click the link in the description below to go watch the actual video before watching mine or anyone's reactions. Don't be a dick, support the official release. Anyway, so, how do I know these characters? Well, I'll be honest, I haven't, watched all of Dragon Ball Super. I still kept up with it through, various means, mainly some reviews from YouTubers that I quite enjoy, and, just hearing, stuff that goes on and whatnot. Reverse Flash, I mostly learned about in the weeks leading up to this. I knew of him, I just didn't know a lot about him. And, Goku Black is fucked. Oh, God. Oh, boy. That's all I can really say. Oh, my God. Okay. Goku Black is powerful in his own right. Don't get me wrong. But it's a fucking Flash. I'm sorry, but if Archie Sonic couldn't beat one, I don't really see much hope for Goku Black, especially considering some stuff I did learn about Reverse Flash. Barry Allen stated that not only is Eobard Fawn, I believe his name is not only faster than himself, but also faster than Wally. So, that's incalculable speed that Goku Black's going up against. And, they brought up in Flash vs. Quicksilver, in Quicksilver's case, yeah, he's better at hand-to-hand, but due to how much faster the Flash was, that was kind of a moot point. Same goes with this. And also, there's really just nothing stopping Reverse Flash from just vibrating to phase through, all of Goku Black's attacks, or just through him, rip vital organs out or something. And on the chance that, let's say, Goku Black does get a lucky hit and land a fatal blow, yeah, even that's not going to matter, because as it turns out, because of the negative speed force, and Eobard being a living paradox, he can just come back, the moment, or even, the moment before dying, and just continue the fight like nothing happened. So, fight should be fun, though, and, yeah, that's, all I can, really say. I'm going with Reverse Flash. I might not even bother pausing after the analysis. Let's just shut up and hit play. There we go, okay. Okay, and play. Wow, 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 wow.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice.
And the Reverse Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando.
Superhero husbando.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10's
not far off, actually.
Zamasu prized, above all else, cosmic order and natural...
A bit,
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own
what would we do without you?
Stupidity. like some people I know.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded. Until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku
It's always
could
whenever
match
people
blows
meet
with the
Goku,
God of
isn't it?
Destruction, Beerus.
Oh, then
The
again,
Flash
main
nearly
character.
destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a
Yeah,
cosmological structure at least
he's gonna get
9
scaled to
times
this,
larger than
so-
our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours.
Oh, really?
Side note, it's worth mentioning that when two gods of destruction
Huh.
fought,
Okay,
they
that's
were
something to keep in
capable of
mind for more
casually
Dragon Ball
destroying
matchups.
two of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was
Oh, we
tapping into
finally
the
get a
Super
bit of an
Saiyan
explanation
God
for that.
Though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis
okay.
and fought in the tournament with Universe 6.
thought that would be
before
the
Zamasu
case.
caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
Yeah, it's a
Thus,
bit.
the deity Zamasu
It's a bit of a twisted
became
backstory.
Goku Black.
Please, Goku Black, you couldn't be more creative.
No,
I love the inclusion of that
why didn't
clip.
he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's
Like see
strength
flying
and powers,
pigs
but
on
wielded
himself.
by a genocidal maniac
Just like
instead
from
of
almost
that
Time
lovable
Machines as
goober
well.
of a
Makes
monkey
sense.
man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a
Super Saiyan Blue.
painful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rose, really? What is he, a suburban
I
white
do
mom?
like that it is something
Watch out
exclusive to
before you
him, though.
unlock Super Saiyan, live, laugh, love. He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a
Yep,
person's
that's the
key signature to
timing.
teleport to their
That's it.
location. He's even
These
got the
techniques.
Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he
Yeah.
gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Yeah, more or
God
less.
split cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even
Yeah.
expand this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit Yamcha.
Wait.
What?
And he can make a
Wait, really?
He's open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most dastardly weapon
Crater
isn't a
Boy.
key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body?
Until they
Or are there two
fuse
Gokus?
together.
There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu.
Yeah,
That means Black
Don't
existed before
think
Zamasu
about it,
came up with the
Boomstick.
idea. And then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway, but Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another, and another, and another, and another.
Oh god, I hate time travel. Black has crushed Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power
Like most
meant
villains.
nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic joke, with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Okay, now for Reverse Flash, and oh boy.
Is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration.
Because I like how they're still keeping up the joke.
And there's no better example than his #1 fan from
Flash
the
Gordon.
25th century, Eobard Thawne.
Alright, Wiz, we've tackled a lot of stupid names for things in our years here at Death Battle, but I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely obsessed with the Flash.
I mean, it's a name in the
Dedicated
future,
his whole
so
life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered.
I mean, it's easy to figure out. Just say, it's Speed Force, ain't gonna explain shit.
Coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
That's a
Until
creepy ass
Barry
face.
realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond was special.
Another creepy face.
When Thawne found out that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder
So I am
dates
not
do to me.
talking a whole lot.
When Thawne
Just
visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity
God,
to
the
Flash's
editing
greatest
of this.
enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne. Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? The shock drove Thawne mad. If he couldn't be
What the
Flash's best
fuck?
friend, he'd be his greatest
likes and
enemy.
dislikes.
And
Barry Allen,
he also
Barry
his
Allen.
own future death.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speed
I'm just
suits like
reading all
Barry
this
and Wally.
Who once
stuff
ran
and
fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport?
yeah. So no matter
He
what,
himself
like
in a
this
race
guy's
with
having the
Barry,
speed
and
edge
Thawne was still faster
by a
than
massive
him. Wait just a
margin.
second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and Wally,
I'm just
Thawne applies his
gonna
powers
try not to
more
question it.
catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And if he did, he'd
That's all he has to
scramble
do.
the molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding, but even B-tier speedsters
Oh,
like
boy.
Kenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other,
Oh, yeah,
they teared up
this.
the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And instead
Oh,
of stealing
God.
your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades
Um.
from your life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds.
Oh, God.
Kinda sounds like your sex life, huh, Wiz?
But Thawne's greatest ability is his unmatched skill at time travel, and he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Yeah, time travel's not really
going
going to be a
He knew that if
big
he went
factor
back
in
time
this,
to
I
kill
think.
Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could, push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
That's another
Fuck.
big difference between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but
Oh,
him.
God.
When she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus Christ! This guy's a
Jesus.
monster! But wait, Wiz, that's impossible. Grandpappy Paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone,
Oh,
he'd
not
be
this.
dead in the
Darn.
future, which means which means...
Which means he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated...
Well, I'm just not going to question this shit.
The universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa.
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being
Oh,
without
yeah, this.
past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback, or getting Dr. Manhattaned by the big blue god dong himself. Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything,
Yeah,
it made
you
him
can't
immune
kill
from
him.
Consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop, with no reason to hold back.
He's survived a hit from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion.
Oh yeah, can't
And he took one
Thawne
of
do
those
that
to the
too?
noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
His costume says it all. He never intended
Kinda,
to be
yeah.
the reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill
What?
Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's comics, Wiz. He'll be back.
Yeah.
And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
Okay, I'm not even gonna bother pausing. Let's just watch these two fight.
It's time for a death
Battle! Reverse Flash is gonna win.
It was me, Barry. I was the one.
I love how they started with "It was me, Barry." Oh yeah, I did see the preview on Death Battlecast. Just as always.
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine justice!
This is probably one of the most messed up starts to a fight ever because you hear the screams of civilians.
Oops.
I love the oops. Also, this freaking song.
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
Jesus Christ. Alright, 100% blind from here on.
Stand still and face your judgment, mortals!
Okay.
Just try it. Just keep doing that to annoy him.
What do you think?
Wow, you went rose quick.
Not beautiful?
That escalated really quick. Are you destroying the Earth already?
I'll end this fight before it even began. Death in reverse!
Magnificent! Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine...
He's gonna show back up. Oh, fuck.
Why aren't you dead?
That is funny. These two are just gonna murder each other over and over and over. Just go back to Flash vs. Quicksilver. Oh, poor Quicksilver.
Stand atop all things and look down upon creation itself. That is the work of a god!
Empty threats to a living paradox!
How truly foolish.
Oh, he took off the ring!
Is that important?
Yep. Goku Black, you're fucked.
How fun.
Well,
You know, we've sent enough people to that sun, we really should have a timeshare.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass, but that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to
I
cover
mean,
than
yeah,
just
true.
how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
It's difficult to
I love
determine
that
who
"why
would
aren't you
figure out
dead"
the origin
moment.
to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely
Yeah,
got the edge.
no
Yeah,
surprise.
Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in
That's
his
what
career
you
as a
need to
member of
explain
the
it.
Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe.
Oh,
and over
fuck.
70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big. And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
Yeah, so that's just like
that Goku Black is not
no
Goku.
contest.
Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering Black. With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black
Little
was
bit.
a nightmarish foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks,
That
and
death,
simply impossible
fucking hell.
speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
Congrats, Reverse
If you guys
Flash.
enjoyed that episode of Death Battle, if you're looking for something else to watch, Season 2 of Last Laugh is available right now on Rooster Teeth. It's a show all about contestants trying to make each other laugh, but everyone trying their hardest.
All
not
right,
to. If you
and
laughed, you're out.
next time,
Watch the first episode right now by clicking the video on the
150.
side.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
They're finally doing it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
Okay, so Wiz and Boomstick are going to interact with them? Huh. And they did say the episode would be different. So. Whatever. Anyway, I really enjoyed that episode. I mean, yeah, I kind of saw it coming. Goku Black was going to freaking die. But, my god, the shenanigans they did in the fight, that was just funny. Like, they go back, kill each other, but immediately just like, why aren't you dead? And even going back to, like, Flash versus Quicksilver. Like, oh god, that was funny. And, okay, I gotta give mad props to the smug look on Thorn's face after he destroys the time ring. Like, that was good. That smug. Love it. And that death, oh god, so he got impaled through the chest, dragged across the earth multiple times, like, who knows how fast, spun around and thrown into the sun for good measure. I think that might be the most overkill death this season. Like, Jesus Christ. And, oh, and I guess that ends Dragon Ball's 5-year-long winning streak. And it also ends DC's year-long losing streak. Because, yeah, they've been losing non-stop since Wally beat Archie Sonic. I kind of love how that streak begins and ends with a flash. That's funny. And not to pile this on, but the beginning and end of Dragon Ball's winning streak, after Goku lost, and now it ends with Goku Black losing. Yeah. But, yeah, and aside from that, sorry I wasn't talking a whole lot in the analysis, just, when they go into, like, the time travel shit, I'm just like, I don't even want to try and understand this. Like, because, like, okay, look, I love Dragon Ball, but the time travel shit is just, it can get to a point where I'm just like, multiverse theory, just go with that. And that's all I leave as. But man, comic books, that's just a whole other thing. But, hey, mad props to, like, the editing on this episode, too. Like, man, anytime, like, this is the thing, anytime they do a comic book matchup, like, the editing is just top fucking notch. Like, go back to Lex vs. Doom, Batman vs. Iron Man, like, this episode, and Iron Fist vs. Poe. I just, the editing on those is just fan-freaking-tastic. Like, they've, I mean, I'm just listing off this season's examples. Yeah, next time, Macho Man vs. Kool-Aid Man. Chad gets his dream fight. After 10 years. Man, I thought I waited long enough for Blake vs. Mikasa. I'm not sure what to expect from that episode myself. Because they did say it's going to be different, and from that looks of that little bit, just the fact that Wiz and Boomstick are going to be present there. It's, certainly going to be different. Oh, and, a couple things I'm quite excited about. Okay, so they announced a bunch of voice actors that are going to be in this episode. Billy, Raymaster's voice actor, and, I'm blanking on the name, but the person who plays Jocelyn the intern, she's back. She was actually back in the finale of DBX, so that's really cool. I'm glad she's back. Chris is back as Dummy, which Actually, wait, has he been... He's been absent the last 2 episodes. Where's Dummy? What? Bring back Dummy. And give us a plushie of him. But anyway, aside from them, Ben and Chad, obviously, I noticed Taka is one of them, so I'm wondering, could that be the return of Deadpool? As a cameo, maybe? Just, I don't know, maybe he just shows up saying, hey, congrats on 150. Or, I don't know, like, a lot of people get bothered about Deadpool cameos. I'm just like, eh. Like, if it makes me laugh, it makes me laugh. That's all I care about. But the 2 big ones. Barbara Dunkelman. And I remember in the like live stream for before and after Yang vs. Tifa, Barbara, they did a little attempt at the Boomstick voice, and they joked about how that's what Boomstick's grandmother would sound like. I've been wanting to hear her as Grandma Boomstick for 5 years now. Well, actually, no, it'd be coming up to 6. So, if that's happening, I'm really excited. And Matt Hollum. If you don't know who that is, he is the voice of Sarge in Red vs. Blue. And if you remember the Red vs. Blue episode and Meta vs. Carolina, Sarge is Boomstick's dad. And in the little announcement video for Macho Man vs. Kool-Aid Man, they ended it with Boomstick going, Dad? So, what's gonna come from that? I guess we'll just have to wait another 2 weeks and find out. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. So, thanks for watching all of that stuff, and here's, I believe it's my Weiss outro. Bye.
Thank you for watching Your Only Mate. Tune in next time.